So just a testimony of how I came to know the Lord was that at an early age, I was raised in church. However, at the age of 7,
Podijelit ću samo svjedočanstvo kako sam ja došla Kristu. Kao mala djevojčica išla sam s roditeljima u crkvu.
However, at the age of 7, we were taken out of church. My parents decided not to go anymore.
Ali sa 7 godina moji roditelji su odlučili da više nećemo ići u crkvu.
And so from the adolescent years of 7 years old through to high school, there was no God in the home, and we didn't know any better to have him in it.
Dakle, od rane dobi skroz do dok sam imala, you said 17 years old?
About 15.
Dok sam imala 15 godina, nismo imali Boga u našem domu.
And so at that time, my mom left and my parents were going through a divorce.
U to vrijeme, kad sam imala 15 godina, moja majka je nas napustila. I oni su rastali su se moji roditelji.
But I started going to church. A friend invited me, and so I started going to the youth group.
Ali moja prijateljica me pozvala u crkvu na omladinski sastanak i počela sam hodati u crkvu s njom.
And the Lord really made a difference in my life that year, and I gave my life to the Lord, and I got baptized the same year.
Te godine je Bog učinio velike promjene u mom životu i obratila sam se i bila sam krštena u vodi.
My dad saw a difference in me and started bringing my brothers to church, and then my mom saw a difference in him, and over time she came back and the Lord restored their marriage.
Moj tata je u meni vidio promjenu i počeo dovesti sebe i moju braću u crkvu, i mama je vidjela u mom tati promjenu i ona je počela dolaziti u crkvu, vratila se Bogu i iscijelili su svoj brak.
And I would love to say that I started living for the Lord then, but I didn't have the best influences in my life, so I continued living for the Lord, but still living in a way that I wanted to.
Voljela bih mogu reći da sam tada počela u potpunosti živjeti za Boga, ali iako jesam vjerovala u Boga i živjela za njega, također sam pomalo i u svijetu živjela.
But in my early 20s, I carried trauma into my 20s, and so it dates back to middle school, and then just carried through years of sexual abuse. There was molestation and sexual assault, and so carrying that into my 20s, a lot of baggage, unresolved baggage, it caused me to attempt my life.
Od svoje 15. godine skroz do negdje sredinu 20. rani 20. godine sam doživjela kontinuirano seksualno zlostavljanje. I zbog toga sam imala jako puno neriješenu prtljagu u svom životu. I pokušala sam se ubiti. Hvala.
And it was at that time that the world, I felt, walked out of my life. But when the rest of whoever I knew walked out, that's when God really stepped in.
Ali kad je ta osoba otišla iz mog života, onda je Bog ušao.
And so at that time the Lord became the biggest and most real thing in my life. And to this day, I choose to live for Him.
I u tom trenutku je Bog postao najveći dio mog života. I on je najveći dio mog života i dan danas.
And in the past, I think there was a lot of shame attached with my testimony, but the Lord has revealed His word. In Revelations 12:11, it said that we will overcome the enemy by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony.
U prošlosti sam imala, sramila sam se svog svjedočanstva, jer je sram sam imala u svom životu, ali kroz Božju riječ je mene otkrivao, kako kaže u otkrivenju, da su pobjedili krvlju janjeta i riječju svog svjedočanstva.
And so just be encouraged today that, sharing your testimony with others, living for the Lord, that He will carry you through every season.
I želim vas ohrabriti da podijelite svoje svjedočanstvo i kroz sve te teške trenutke u vašem životu Bog će vas nositi.